3 days after the La Liga went on break, due to the coronavirus break, we have seen the La Liga return, and it is glorious, absolutely glorious. We saw that game between Sevilla and Real Betis, and it was beautiful to watch. We saw the likes of Lucas Ocampos, we saw the likes of Fernando Reguez scored that very beautiful second goal for Sevilla in that game, and it made us realize things we've missed due to this break. The La Liga is back, and it's back in action. Welcome to the show. My name is Solomon Fowowe, and this is the Nutmeg on Guardian TV. So we have the La Liga games, coming up this weekend. We have the game between Eibar and Real Madrid. We also have the game between Mallorca and Barcelona. Awesome games that we are looking forward to watch that this weekend. It's going to be a whole lot of games coming straight at us. The Premier League also resuming sometime on Wednesday. That game between Manchester City and Arsenal, and it goes on and on. The games and the resumptions. And we also had the Coppa Italia. That was on Friday evening. The games between Juventus and Milan, and also that game between Napoli and Inter Milan, awesome games. So it's a whole lot of football, probably to make up for, the things that we have missed during that break, in March, a bit of March, April, and May. So June comes bearing a whole lot of gifts. So that game between Sevilla and Real Betis, we saw it ended 2-0, and Sevilla were on top of that particular fixture. Real Betis rallied sometimes toward the end, but it didn't have quite the derby feel that you would expect, obviously, because there were not people in the stands, there were not people in the stadium, like fans were not going to be in the stadium. But we were at home, we got a bit of SFX, we got sound effects, a bit of crowd noise, just to make sure that the viewing experience was a whole lot better. And we hear that it's the same thing that is going to be happening in the Premier League too. So even if there are not people in the stands, there are no fans, you're still going to be getting a whole lot of sound effects, noise and crowd noises, courtesy of EA Sports. So I think it's quite a laudable innovation, you would want to say, bringing that in, because we saw the Bundesliga for the first 2 weeks, it was a little flat, when you're just getting sounds of the coaches and the footballers, shouting at each other and all those stuff. So it was a little flat. So I think that enriches, the atmosphere of, we watching at home, and it makes it a whole lot better when it comes to the entertainment value. So to that game itself, Lucas Ocampos scored a penalty, and there was this beautiful flick from Lucas Ocampos again for the second goal towards Fernando Reguez, and he scored that particular beautiful goal. So you can actually catch up the highlights on YouTube. You can check it out and you will see the highlights. And now to the preview of the La Liga games that are coming up. It's pretty much straightforward for the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid. Barcelona are going to be playing Mallorca, and Mallorca are somewhere in the bottom three. I think they're 18th on the log, Barcelona first on the log, and they've had a whole lot of rest, both of them. But I expect Barcelona to steamroll past these guys. You have the likes of, Luis Suarez, Antoine Griezmann, and Lionel Messi in that particular fixture, and they'll be raring to go. Saying that these guys have been locked down for quite a while, for quite a long while. So I expect Barcelona to hit the ground running, defeat Mallorca in that particular fixture. And same goes to Real Madrid, who have, Eden Hazard back into their side, who have the complement of a full squad, and they're going to be playing against Eibar. And looking at the fact that Eibar have not won in quite a while when it comes to away games, I think they've not won in 7 away games in the La Liga. So you expect Real Madrid to actually win that particular fixture. Their second, they still have their eyes on the La Liga trophy. They're 2 points behind Barcelona in that particular race, and they'll be looking to just nick it off Barcelona. So it means there are no slips currently. And it'll be interesting to see, the conditioning of the players right now, which player is going to be raring to go. It's as if for some players there's going to be a switch up for them, their performances pre-COVID times, and this time now after the lockdown, the break that we had due to the coronavirus. So I'm expecting some players to switch up, to improve their performances. Players like Eden Hazard, before COVID-19, you could say he hadn't done so much for Real Madrid, but coming back, I'm sure he had a lot of time, maybe not enough practice with his mates, that's with the Real Madrid players, but his individuality, his skills, his range, and all of that should come to play, and we expect him to light things on fire for Real Madrid in that particular game against Eibar. So Real Madrid against Eibar, I think that happens on Sunday. We also have Barcelona against Mallorca against Barcelona, actually, that is also happening on Saturday. So interesting games lined up in the La Liga. So it's going to be a really interesting race in the La Liga going forward as the La Liga resumes. And looking towards the Premier League, the first week of games that we're going to be happening in the Premier League. We're getting news that, the players are not going to be wearing their names on their shirt, but what they're going to be wearing is Black Lives Matters, and we will be seeing a bit of a love crest, a heart crest for most of the badges. So it's going to be a little bit of changes now, just to be able to join, in these causes, and to join and add their voices to, these social justice causes, Black Lives Matters and all of these things. So it's quite interesting, and it's laudable. A couple of captains of the Premier League side came out to advocate for stuff like this, and the Premier League actually accepted. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Wednesday can't come early enough, really. That game between Manchester City and Arsenal, we're looking at what will happen, and down to the weekend, the game between Liverpool and Everton, to figure out if Liverpool are going to be winning the Premier League on that particular day. So just let me know in the comment section what game in the La Liga you are excited to watch at this time. And if you're excited, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you that the La Liga is back? That game between Sevilla and Real Betis really made me see that, oh Lord, I've missed a whole lot of football. And I'm going to be getting a whole lot of it this weekend, starting with the game between Barcelona and Mallorca and Barcelona. And also in the Bundesliga, there is an interesting game, a really interesting game that I'm certainly not going to be missing. That's the game between Bayern Munich and Borussia Mönchengladbach. The Mönchengladbach side have been really, really good, although you could say the Bayern side have been imperious, the likes of Lewandowski, but it's not going to be playing in that particular fixture because he's currently suspended due to 5 yellow cards, and a couple of other players are not going to be playing in that side. Coutinho is not going to be playing. I think Thomas Muller is also not going to be playing. So they have a couple of players that are out injured. Sergio Gnabry is also not going to be playing. So it means that there's a possibility for Mönchengladbach, who have been a really good side so far this season, to just sneak up probably a win or a draw in that particular fixture against Bayern Munich. So that's all we can take on the show today. Thank you for sticking with us. Make sure you get enough football into your system once again, from the Coppa Italia to, there's so much football on the show this weekend. And, just let me know in the comment section which one you're looking forward to the most. And I'm sure it's got to be some of the La Liga side and some of the Premier League side. Thank you so much for sticking with us. My name is Solomon Fowowe, and this has been The Nutmeg.